got tired of feeling like because there's more than life than just taking shit.
No.
There's not. Why is there not?
That's just what we're gonna do. That's just what life is, taking shit.
Well, for sure, but not.
Oh, for sure. Okay.
But in a different way.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It switches from a boss to customers.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna
To your audience.
It's like we just got tired of that shit, you know. Like, well, for me, like I'm not gonna. I know my life's greater than just taking shit, having a certain type of pay, minimum wage, and I gotta ask for vacation. You can't even have whenever, you know. I'm not about none of that. So we had
look at this shop off the clock, bro.
That's why I named it Off the Clock.
Yeah,
I work off the clock. I make smart. I do my own. I'm my own life. It's my life, my choice, my decision.
That's badass, and that you have a talent to make that choice. Because if you didn't tattoo,
if I didn't tattoo, I will not be in a job still. I'm gonna figure out how, you know,
whatever else you could do.
Yeah, I have that entrepreneur spirit. Like I'm not just gonna sit down and take shit and be. I just know life is great for everybody, anybody and everybody. You have a talent, you have a vision. Everyone has a gift, and you just gotta find it. And there's just ways to do it. But we grew up as that poverty mindset. You know, like we weren't taught none of this shit.
Or stay like that, or just
people settle.
Yeah,
that's the greatest. I hate that. I don't like settling at all.
Yeah.
But people are comfortable with it, and that's cool. You want to be like that? Fuck that. I'm not. You know.
Yeah, man. I always strive to have a little bit more. I had to slow it down on how I did it. That's why I went to prison, trying to have everything too quick. You know.
But no, it's gonna take time.
Yeah, it takes time.
But if you're doing it the wrong way,
if you're doing it the wrong way, you're trying to get it too quick. Like I'm just gonna ship 25 keys across the border just one time, and that'll give me so much money that I can go. You know that mentality. And it usually doesn't work out.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it usually doesn't work out. So I've realized taking the long way to
longevity.
get there.
We're here for longevity.
Yeah, man. And enjoy the ride.
It's a journey.
Yeah. Enjoy the ride on the way. I try not to jump out there and be that pinnacle, dude. And get something quick.
Unless they're throwed, and then I'll fight them.
For real, right?
If you talk shit in your throat and you're
going to get it. Don't hit me with your chicken wing.
Right?
Yeah, it might go down,
But yeah, that's that story with the shop. And then, after losing the girl I used to be with, and then just figuring out how to tattoo, not jumping, but I was like in a few shops, just learning, just paying attention.
Could you always draw?
Yeah.
Like all your life, like as a kid? Like
yeah, I was in graffiti. I was tagging.
Oh, you used to tag and shit?
Hell yeah, I was tagging everything and fucking it up. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I was pissed.
You never got busted for that shit?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, really? They were sending people to prison for tagging and shit.
Yeah, felony shit.
It is, right? Yeah, after they killed that kid.
I had
somebody tagged on.
You don't even want to
bro, I done the dumbest shit ever, bro.
Somebody tagged.
I just wish I knew better, you know?
Somebody tagged all in Austin Highway my balls, like on the whole street for like 6 blocks.
That's stupid.
Is it done nicely though?
It's just red paint says my balls.
Yeah. Like you had a tagger name?
Yeah.
Because you know a lot of people who came out here and talked about them being taggers. Was it Chanclas?
I think so. Yeah.
Mike Chagoya and Silo. Silo was a tagger.
Yeah.
And
Silo was a beast though.
Yeah,
he was good.
They talked about all that stuff. I just didn't realize how many people.
Yeah, he had murals.
Caesar at Eccentric was a tagger. Kep was a tagger.
Yeah, Kep's a beast.
Vale is a tagger. You know, I didn't know that a lot of these dudes were taggers.
But I think graffiti did save my life though, because like it took me away from like the gangs and hanging around with that type.
You would have joined the gang, you think?
I think I would be hanging around with them. It's just that's not my shit, you know.
You never been locked up?
I've been arrested and did like a few days, but I've never been in that type where I could say I've been locked up.
Yeah. I mean, you've never done time.
No.
Yeah.
Like fuck 3 days or some shit. I don't know. But fuck that. That ain't for me, you know.
Yeah. It sucks. Yeah. I mean, if it is for you, well, good luck, bro.
Later. Like, that ain't for me.
You can have it, dude.
But yeah, it's just gone through some shit. After that, man, it's so much, you know, just losing. I think losing my mom and my sister. Losing your mom is like, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, thank God my parents are still here. And I'm 52 years old. My parents are 77 years old. They turned 78 this year. We're at that age where a lot of my friends, I'm seeing them go through that. And it's scary, especially with this pandemic that we're going through. And death, it's weird how death is all around us right now.
It's always.
I know, but it's always been around us. And sometimes
it's just a high. Yeah.
It's at like now. It's just like everyone you talk to. Oh, they just lost there's someone. You know, and one of my good friends, his son got fucking shot, man, 7 times by some little dirties over at a fucking Diamond Shamrock, and just that shit is still going on.
Yeah, I just had a recent friend pass away. My homie Abel Red.
Was he a tagger?
Yeah,
I saw people posting that. What's the story on that? He's from San Antonio.
Yeah, he's from San Antonio.
What? He was a young dude, right?
A little, yeah, probably. I think mid-30s, something like that.
Yeah. Was he a tattoo artist too, or just
no? He was just a tagger. He was in the community of all the artwork.
Yeah, that's what I saw. That he was like a legendary.
He's cool, man.
Street artist.
He was
type
cool.
Of dude.
He's super cool.
And what happened? He got sick.
So like he used to work in the, what is it when you take care of like this, not the
nursing home,
like the mental kid. The crazies in that institution.
Oh shit. Yeah, South Pressa out there in Pressa like that.
He was on West Avenue, one on West Avenue. So he used to take care of these kids and work for that. And he would get, that shit fucks you up.
What do you mean fucks you up?
It fucks with your mental state. And these kids will fucking try to beat him up, throw him piss.
Yeah, damn right they will.
Throw him shit. He would tell me the craziest stories.
You know what though? You have your supply of shit and piss to throw back. That's the great thing about that. Yeah, that's what God knew, that he was going to make throwed off people and said, look, but I'm going to supply you with backup fucking bullets too.
Backup bullets.
Yeah. But he was there 2 years or more or less, about 2 years. And
he started to fuck with his head.
Yeah, it was getting to him because he's about people. He helps people and he wants the best for everybody.
Well, he should have found another job.
I
mean, like, sometimes those jobs just aren't for you. Like I wouldn't want to work as a nurse because I just don't want to.
That's
like my sister's an RN.
It's like headstrong for that.
Yeah, I don't want to go in there and wipe people's asses, or like a pediatrician. That's got to be the toughest one. They're with a baby just crying. They can't tell you what's wrong. You're poking at them and they're screaming, and you're trying to stick your thermometers in their butt and in their ears and in their noses because they can't tell you where they're hurting, and you're just poking and trying to figure it out. Like, I couldn't do that, so I would get another job. But
when you said that, when you said getting older and how people around you are dying, I've noticed that getting older now, everybody in my age group is starting to get diabetes, and I'm like, oh, the diabetes is popping up.
Oh, speaking of that, one of my good buddies, man, we went to go eat, and he's like, dude, the doctor just diagnosed me with diabetes, and I can't eat.
You?
No, my buddy.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, I can't eat like this. I can't eat that. I can't eat this. And I was like, bro, what are you gonna eat? And he was like, I don't know, but it sucks, dude. Everything is just bland. And I was like, oh, I don't want to get there. That's why I work out 5 times a week. Like, I'm not trying to get there, bro. I want to taste my food. One thing my dad and my grandfather used to always. My grandfather loved to eat, dude. He was a big dude, and he loved to cook, and then he loved to eat it, dude. Just blah blah blah. And he'd be like, one of the greatest joys in life is eating good food, And I always think about that. Like, that's one of the pleasures I want to grow old with, eating what I want. It would suck to get so whatever out of shape, and then where you have to go, well, can't eat that no more. Like, I want to eat a burger.
When you got to start wiping from the front because you're so big.
But I don't feel like I'll get. I don't think I can get there. I've always been a skinny dude. I mean, like, me at my heaviest was 175. And that was big for me, dude. I looked like a big little dude.
All upper body?
Pretty much. It looked like I was riding a chicken, dude. Like, yeah. And then but the problem when that happens with me, because I still got a little head. It doesn't matter because it still gets small again on my head. So if you just saw my profile picture, you'd be like, oh, he weighs like 105 pounds. But big little dudes want to fight me.
Yes.
Big little dudes decide that
everybody just wants to fight you.
They do though, because I fit right in that weight range where you could tell I work out. So you go, if I lose to him, that dude works out. But if they win, they go, yeah, but that dude worked out. I still fucked him up. So, but I'm little enough where they could say, he's only like 5'7", like
they're like, oh, I could take him.
Yeah, they can always take me. In their head, they can. There's still something that tells them that they can take me, and they probably can. You know, that's about, but I'm gonna do some dirty shit because I'm like I'm not trying to, especially because usually if they're fighting me for no reason, then I'm gonna do some dirty shit and teach you to not be starting fights for no reason. Like I'm gonna bust you with the fucking bottle, bro. I will stab you. I'll stab you. I'll fuck you.
I'll bite you on the inner thigh.
I'll bite you. I'll bite you. I bit someone before in a fight, and I've stabbed motherfuckers in fights, and I've hit them with bottles, and I'll hit you with something. I don't give a fuck if you're starting it, and I'm like, hey, bro, I don't want to fight, and you're still coming at it.
Especially if your throat will hit you.
Right.
Yeah, dude. I mean, dude, I'm gonna do something dirty, and then if you get me, I'm gonna catch you somewhere and do something dirty with you unexpected. Especially if it wasn't supposed to happen. Now, if like I had done some shit, and then you said I'm gonna get you, and they're like, okay, well then that's different. I'll take an ass whooping for some penalty that I committed. But if there's no penalty committed and you're trying to fucking commit a foul behind it, the rules of the game just changed. You know, that's the way I look at it. Don't you see it that way? You're from the West Side. You probably fucking do some fucking dirt before the next person does.
Me?
No, what other West Sider is here? Not my producer.
That was the perfect answer.
Yeah, yeah. Who
are you talking to?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I bet you've seen a lot of your homeboys go to prison, huh?
Yeah. Dead and prison.
Yeah, dude. I met this recruiter from the West Side one time. He grew up in Alasanes, dude, and he joined the Navy, and he got the fuck out, and he bought insurance from me when I used to sell insurance. And he was young, though. He was only like 22 years old. But they brought him right back to San Antonio as a recruiter to go back into the same hood and talk to all them crazies over there and tell them, hey, man, you can get out of there, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
And he was telling me, he was like, bro, all of my friends are dead or in prison, dude. He said, all of them, bro. He goes, they think I'm full of shit. They don't want to hear it. When he comes back, they don't want to hear it.
Why do you think the West Side is just so, the West and South Side, and maybe East Side too? Like, why is our people in that, like, why?
Because the poverty.
Why are we in poverty?
Why are we?
Why is that people?
I don't know. I mean, the West Side is a poor area that it doesn't change. No, I guess whatever state rep, I don't know how it works. I could be totally off on this, but I don't know if these people that come in and that represent those districts that are poor, the councilman or whatever, whichever person it is, I don't know if they try to get funds to fix those streets or fix those curbs or add these parks, and slowly they're doing it. That handball court on the West Side that I go play handball at on Zarzamora and
right there,
and at Escobar Park, they've redone it. They put bleachers, they put a fence around it, and they painted a mural and all this stuff. The dude that's on the mural is one of the dirties that came and he used to cut my yard. He played handball. He died, dude, on heroin crossing the street. A car hit him and killed him. But I don't know if they don't, but that still doesn't change the people that are living in those old little houses.
A lot of it is also crabs in a barrel, where you see somebody succeed, and it's like, I need to pull them back in because they're making me feel bad about myself.
But that's not,
and we do that to each other.
But that's not what's holding down a neighborhood of people.
Well, no, the thing I think a lot of times is mentality of like I always had friends and family members tell me when I spoke, they're like, you think you're white or what? I'm like, because I articulate. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Well, why do you think they think like that?
Because
it comes with watching your grandparents and parents. Usually
generational.
Generational. Be okay with where they're at.
Don't dream. Keep your head down. That's what.
Yeah, stay out of off the radar.
But where did that come from?
I don't know.
Generations.
Where do you think it came from?
I think it's always been like that, and it should be like that from the higher elite. I don't think they want us to succeed. I don't think they want us to learn. I don't think they want us to be knowledgeable of what's really going on. Because
who's they?
I think the higher elite, like
who's the higher elite? You got to narrow it down.
I think the people that control everything.
Who's them?
The big people,
gangsters,
like that dude that was stalking me. That dude's big.
Like, you just want to fight him, don't you? Just want to fight him.
No, but like you're talking like the president and politicians and those big white people are like business owners, like the owner of Amazon and those guys, or like who's the big
royal
people?
Families.
But they're over there. The royal families.
The royal families control pretty much everything. They control the monetary system.
But the royal families in the
it doesn't matter where they're at. They control most of everything
of the United States.
I think they control everything.
So wait, hold on. You think the royal family is keeping these people in poverty?
They're blinding us. Even the school systems, I believe.
But how?
I think everything's like just robotic. Like, I think that the teachers should be getting paid the most because they're in charge of the future kids.
What about the people that do make it out of there? Why didn't they fall victim to the royal family holding them back?
Because they're thinking different. They figure out that they're worth.
But
usually a life-changing situation.
Yeah,
snaps them out
but
of
I don't ever remember even the royal family coming into play. Of me growing up, is what I'm saying.
I know that, but you're not gonna know them. You're never gonna see them.
But I don't understand how they are holding them back. I don't think it's the royal family. I just think it's local politics more than even getting that far.
Who controls all that? There's like
I know there's levels, but I don't think it even gets that deep for the West Side. It doesn't get that far for their own.
Hey, the Illuminati's on the West Side, dude.
The Illuminati could be on the West Side, but they're in a little house. They're in a little West Side house. So it's, you know what it is? It's the value of those properties on the West Side. You know,
why aren't they going to
the West Side is old because they're built. A lot of those houses are built on small
they're all
lots. They're right next to each other. They're 2-bedroom, 1-bath houses. A lot of them. 2-bedroom. Yeah, they build out the back. They make them long and narrow, but it doesn't add all this value. No one's going to be like, wow, they added 5 bedrooms to that house and 3 restrooms.
So we're supposed to be stuck
Let's go.
there.
So they're stuck there. Not we. I mean, if you decide that, hey, I can live like this, then it's fine. So it lets the next era or, go,
because
hey, it's okay. We could live.
Well, if you only live in a 10-mile bubble. You know
and like when I was locked up, the dirties from the West Side, if you asked them like, hey, you ever went, to this club or that club, they never left the West Side, bro. Nope. They knew Zarzamora, Culebra, and that area in between. And that's it. They didn't leave the West Side.
I think there's just more to it, and I'm gonna find out.
There's more to this world, dude.
There is. There's way more.
When I was in the Navy, I was lucky. I got to go to the Philippines and Hawaii and Japan. I was stationed in California. And I hadn't gone anywhere I joined. I was a kid. And
you got that opportunity.
Yeah, I saw that, and when I saw that, it opened my eyes to like, wow, dude, there's more than this world than just over here by the Jefferson neighborhood.
Exactly.
Yeah, more than driving to the coast and saying we went to the beach and that was it.
They hyped up that brown ass water,
Yeah, yeah. Because then you went to California and you saw those beaches and you went, holy shit, it's like the movies. Then you went to Hawaii and it was better than that.
Clear water.
It was like postcards.
I could see
Hawaii.
the fucking fish.
Yes, dude. And then the Philippines was back to dirty again. But it was just. You just saw shit, like different. Like when we flew into Japan, looking at the houses, it was like a Godzilla movie, and I was like, it's real.
Yeah.
They really do look like that here, and it was just weird seeing that. Like if I had the money to do it and the time, I would just love to travel around the world and see different, the ruins. I'd love to see all the ruins.
So you said if
I had, yeah. If
what makes you say if?
My vocabulary. Like I added that word probably a long time. No, if I had the time and the money, at the same time, like I could travel, but I'm saying if I had complete financial freedom and wasn't going to go back to work and be retired.
So are you saying you can't do that?
Oh, I'm not saying I can't. I said if I was in that situation, that's what I would want to do.
But why you say if when you know you can?
Well, because I'm not there yet.
And how do you get there?
I'm working on it now.
You're working on it now.
Yeah.
Okay, but you know you're going to be there.
Oh, I hope.
What do you mean you hope?
Because
either you are or you're not.
Well, because when I get to financially ready, I might go. I don't know.
You don't know. This is what people lack, and this is what pisses me off because they're not teaching us this shit. There's no one to show us that vocabulary is very important. Like saying like the words that come out of your mouth is the world you live in. What you think about yourself, like saying exactly what you just said. If I could do it. No, you can. You could. We all could be financially free.
So manifesting.
Yeah, no, really I understand that, but my point is where you're not understanding what I'm saying. If because I could do it right now.
Yeah.
But I don't want to lose my job, and whatever I do, I don't want to do it for a month and then be like, well, that was great. Like I manifested it, the fucking nation got me there, and now I'm fucked.
No, but that's not. You could do.
So when I do it, it just matters when I'm financially thinking now I could go. I just don't know if I want to. I used to want to go to Mardi Gras. don't give a fuck about
Yeah,
Mardi Gras
fuck
anymore.
Mardi
That's what
Gras.
I'm saying. And I'm financially able, and I
Yeah,
can
of
find the
course.
time to do it because
Oh,
it's
sure.
not that far. So the but I could still do it. But if I'm gonna want to at the time is
Yeah.
another thing.
Yeah.
Now whether I can. It's
Yeah.
whether I decide to do it. So that's the if I'm doing.
The if is a
If-
want.
Yeah. If when the time comes, if it's gonna be still the same, like I want to do this, I might not want to travel because I used to love to be out all the time. Now I look for an excuse to not go to shit.
Yeah, it's Corona.
And man, my age, I'm 52 years
For
old.
sure.
You know, like I used to think like fucking. I just wanted to go and to this concert, no matter what. If they're coming, I'm fucking going.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I don't need to be in that crowd
Fuck
of
that, yeah.
hey, play the CD. It's fucking cool. We'll sit in the back, smoke a joint,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
good. So
But
that's the if. Now, I'm not saying. I hope someday I'm gonna be able to do this financially. No, I know I'm gonna fucking be there. I
But
can do it. It's whether I want to do it at that time.
I think over 80-90% of the world thinks like that. What if I could do this or do this, chase your dreams, blah blah blah. But that if is what stops them. That's what I'm trying to say. That's
Well, like they say, if was a fifth, we'd all be drunk, huh?
yeah. So I think that just holds everyone's personal beliefs about themselves is what holds them.
Well, it goes back to the crabs in a barrel. It's not that they don't. It's they don't want to look bad not succeeding in front of their peers, because then it's like, you thought you were a badass, and look what happened. You failed.
Yeah, most people
But
don't want to make
failing
the attempt.
failing is good.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, you fail.
that-
You
yeah.
fail it because you only have to succeed one time. But as most people, what stops them is what their family and friends say.
Yeah, because
'cause
they
they
worry
try-
about what they think.
Yeah, exactly, and that's 80 or 90% of people.
And then you get a lot of, like you said, the crowd mentality. You get a lot of negative people like my mom. I mean, I love my mom, but
Mhm.
my mom can be the first thing out of her mouth sometimes. Could be like a dream crusher, you know.
Yeah.
But why is it
when I first
determined
started,
on them? though?
no, it doesn't determine on them. To me, it didn't determine
Yeah.
that, but I'm just some people it does.
Yeah, it's some people. Yeah.
Yeah, for me it doesn't. I believe I've been through a lot more
Yeah.
fucking shit than my mom saying something that that was discouraging, because she said, like, when I said I'm gonna go do the open mic, and my mom said, "That's stupid." She said, "Do you think you're gonna be bigger than Carlos Mencia?" And I said, "I don't know. I
I would've
didn't
been
even
like,
think
"Fuck
about.
yeah, I can."
I didn't even think about how big I was gonna do. I just said I'm going to do the open mic. That's all.
Yeah,
I was
they're
like,
just like going crazy.
yeah, and all of a sudden the
whole
career-
world's
Oh,
down.
shit.
yeah,
going
and
down.
I'm stupid. And I was just like, and and my dad gets mad. My dad is the exact opposite. My dad is like,
Well, that's a good balance in parents.
great son, whatever. Almost to the point where it sounds delusional. Like,
Yeah.
great, you go get that $1 million, good son.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, calm down. I was just
He's
saying.
betting on you a little bit.
So my dad is stretching it on the positive, and
Yeah.
my mom kind of like the first thing is you suck.
Yeah.
Don't do that. You can't do
yeah.
that. And so my mom, the first thing out of her mouth is, you can't do that. And so I stopped listening to it. I'm like, whatever, Mom, you can't. Whatever. They told me I couldn't rob a jewelry store, and I did it.
Stupid.
How about that?
My dad told me, he goes, hey, remember when you said you're going to go to the NBA? What happened to that? So, maybe this comedy thing isn't for you either.
Like,
God dang, that was the harshest shit you could have said.
I love when people
That's
do
dirty,
that
dog.
shit to me.
For some people, it motivates them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like
'Cause-
the father who's an alcoholic, and the next guy's like, I don't drink because my father's an alcoholic. But his brother's like, I'm an alcoholic because my dad was an
Yeah,
alcoholic.
there's so
which
many
one?
spectrums.
Yeah, there's the X factor. Which
Yeah.
way are you gonna run with it?
Yeah.
And like me, I could get out of prison and do the woe is me. Well, you can get, and I've seen some of my friends do it. Kind of claim PTSD from being to prison too many times.
Yeah.
And shit like that. I'm like, no, bro, just stop doing what you're fucking doing. You every time you get so far out of being out, you reward yourself with getting all fucked up. And you get drunk, and once you get drunk, you start smoking weed. You're still on parole. Then you start doing coke. You start doing meth. You start doing ice or whatever, and then
I think
you're fighting.
Those 10 to 20% of people had a life-changing experience, which woke them up. You know what I mean? Because I know for myself, I was once one of those people who are like, I can't do that. That's insane. I'll never say that out loud. And then something happened, and it's like you're conscious again.
Yeah.
So like with all the death that you talked about, that could have brought you more into consciousness. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I know
Which makes you drive even harder.
I started actually rewarding myself with stuff. Like
That's good,
I know one thing I wasn't doing. I wouldn't ever buy myself stuff. Like I had, say, like 5 pairs of nice clothes to wear for work when I was selling insurance when I got out of prison, and then like my weekend clothes to wear.
Now he gets pedicures.
No, but I'm saying like, and that was it.
Treat yourself.
And that's all I needed. Like I had like 7 sets of clothes and like a couple of pairs of shoes for handball shoes, my dress shoes, and just that. And that was it. And every time I went to like see something that I liked, and I said, "Oh man, look at that," and I was like, "I don't need that, dude. I've already got stuff." And I would talk myself out of it until my best friend died in that motorcycle wreck. And he was like trying to save everything, you know? And I was like, and what good did it do him? He lost everything when he died because he was not married. He didn't have nothing. They came and took his car. He had ATM machines. They just took it because he had no one that was supposed to carry it on.
No will and testament.
Yeah, nothing. And it was nothing. He didn't plan on dying, bro. And he died in a motorcycle wreck. And that was it. And when I saw that happen, I was like, fuck that. But if I see something I like, I'm buying it for myself.
For sure.
If it makes me feel good, fuck it, I'm buying it.
Fuck what
And
anybody
that's
says.
and that's when I started just buying up all these skateboards that I wanted, old BMX bikes, my Harleys. I've had a few since then. I just started buying up everything I want. You know, I just fuck it. Dude, you should see like the shit that I have now. Like fuck it. And I'm still buying. I'm gonna go home and buy some more shit here. And when I get home,
that's badass.
yeah. And I
buy some Bitcoin.
Yeah, and it's so easy now. You stay home. I'll stay home.
I like that option better.
Yeah, that too. I'm gonna buy some more of that. I found the code to my Bitcoin. But damn,
He bought it in 2016 and lost it. And I kept telling him about how Bitcoin was going up, and he was getting pissed off. Fuck, stop bringing it up.
This dude, yeah, because I bought it 4 years ago and then lost it, but it found it again.
In your sock drawer, you said?
It's just a junk drawer.
A junk drawer.
I had a junk drawer and I'd put some paper, like I guess, and it was in the corner. Like I had put it aside in there, and it was there. Ooh. And I just saw the words because I looked at the Bitcoin thing and I just saw the words, and I was like, "That's it. That's that thing. That's the code." And let me tell you what the code was.
Tell us your code out loud.
Let me see. It was like box. Like
you buy Bitcoin?
I'm trading. I'm learning to day trade it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're trading Bitcoin is different from buying Bitcoin.
Holding Bitcoin.
Holding Bitcoin. Yeah, I hodl. It's called hold on for dear life. That's what hodl means.
And what's the difference? What does that mean?
Well, so if the price goes up, you'll sell a percentage of to make your profits, right? Yeah, I just hold on to it, and if it goes
Bitcoin's
up,
at 54,000 right now.
Yeah,
Bitcoin's at 54,
and it went down it was like 58 this morning.
That's a big jump.
Yeah, but it keeps jumping.
Dude,
I mean,
it's all over the place right now. Dude, it had gone down.
Especially everybody with the stimmy checks. They just dump everything not knowing what it was. So it just shot it up.
Yeah. A week ago, it was 43,000. And then it went up to 61,000. And it went, so it's all over the place.
And there's some places I know you can go to people and they'll buy whatever you have in Bitcoin right off of you.
Yeah. It's because it's going to get to a point because they only make 900 Bitcoin a day right now. When all these big corporations like JP Morgan and stuff start buying Bitcoin, there's not going to be enough to buy.
So the price is going to go up crazy.
The price is going to go up crazy. And everybody who's buying it off a Coinbase or whatever.
Yeah, they're brokers. Yeah.
They're brokers. They're not going to be able to buy it. So, you know what I mean? You're only
because it's like almost like back then, like with the stock market and cryptos, like you had to be part of, like you had to have a certain amount of money to even be in the stock market back then.
Yeah, well, it's
have you seen The Big Short?
Yeah, the movie?
Yeah,
that's a good one.
That is a good movie.
Well, that's what's happening. That was what happened with GameStop. Is there was a company was shorted 140%.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
They bet against
that should be illegal. How is that not illegal?
Fucking ready.
Because that's saying
Martha Stewart did it.
That's saying the short is 140%. That's 40% higher than the actual stock. That's insane.
I don't even know exactly what that means, but I just know that I wish I had been on that other end.
If you shorted 140, it's like I own a stock, right? My stock is worth, the whole thing is worth $100 million. If you're shorting 140%, that means you're shorting $140 million. You know what I mean? So it's like
when I'm shorting it, what does it actually mean when I'm shorting it?
When you short a stock,
you're betting against it.
You're betting that it's going to go down. So they're not even your.
Of course, well, if it's at $1 million, or what was it at when you bet it's going to go down? You bet it's not that it's going to crumble, right? Or
well, that's what a short is. You're saying that it's gonna fail. That's what that guy did with the real estate market.
Yeah, but why would you bet against?
In 2008.
Why would you bet against GameStop? Why would you bet GameStop stock is going to fail? Why would you do?
Because it was going on the way of Blockbuster. People don't.
Oh, because people are downloading games at home.
Yes. So short $140 million in these big investments.
How long did they have to wait before they did that short?
the short. So the way the short works is usually every, I think it's 8 to 10 days you have to pay off, or 1 to 4 days you have to pay off
those
that
percentages.
Yeah, but if the money's going down, if the stock
you don't have to pay.
No, you just get money.
Oh, but you're getting your money back.
You're getting your money back, but if the stock goes up, it's
you're paying it now.
Yeah, you're making a promise either way to purchase.
So and did it just keep going down?
It was and so people made millions of dollars, these huge hedge funds, and so when all these Redditors found out about it, they got together, millions of them, and bought GameStop, and it shot up to 300.
Redditors, what
Reddit? Like it's like
forum.
It's a forum called
Reddit. Okay,
it's called Wall Street Bets, and now there's a new one called Wall Street Bets Silver.
So you have to stay on top of all that shit, though, man. I don't have time to.
And that's another thing.
I got to hear it from like you, and that's what I got to hope that you're giving me the good information, Josh.
I'm just learning from YouTube.
I already told you what I do.
Exactly, that's the way I'm learning too.
It's just YouTube.
See, but I don't have time to watch YouTube over and over and watch this shit. I haven't even watched all my podcasts, bro. Dang, dude.
But it's what podcasts you listen to, because I listen to podcasts, but they're now they've been, instead of comedy podcast, it's Bitcoin podcast. And
really?
Yeah.
Well, you know what's pissing me off? Spotify, bro. I don't like it.
Why?
Let me shout out to not Spotify. Unless you're gonna put me on the Spotify.
Yeah, we're gonna be on Spotify.
Yeah. No, but I don't understand. Like, I tried to listen to the Joe Rogan podcast on Spotify, and it only plays the ads, and then it doesn't play.
Isn't there like where you buy the premium or some shit?
I don't know why I'm just letting me hear the ads.
You're not part of the premium
because you get to hear Joe Rogan.
No, but Spotify should play. I could listen to him on YouTube,
and you still get ads.
I don't care about that, but that's all I get is the ad,
not
the podcast.
The algorithm's trying to push you to promote, so you buy the premium.
But it doesn't matter. They should play at least one damn podcast.
Oh yeah, because they're not. They just play the ads. They play no podcast. Is what he's saying.
Yes, and then plays the ad, and then I'm like, "We're brought to you by," and I'm like listening to this for like
fucks up your whole movie.
No, I'm driving to Corpus, so I'm just listening to ads, and I'm like, after a while, like I'm
might as well turn on the radio.
Yeah, I'm listening to ads, dude. So I go back to YouTube and listen to something on YouTube. Yeah.
There you go. That's when you're driving in the van, put it on. Stuff like that.
I'm. Well, I was trying to listen to Spotify and I couldn't. I'm listening to ads.
Yeah.
I'm bad at technology, dude.
Yeah, I'm not really used to technology.
Yeah, that's why when you with the phone and you start doing all the, I don't like doing that on my phone.
Yeah.
I don't like looking at stuff on my phone all the time. And actually, lately, it's starting to fuck with my eyes.
It does fuck with your eyes.
Yeah, dude. So I just don't like it. If I'm gonna do that, I like to do that on the computer, like when I get home. But it fucks with my eyes, dude.
What do you think of like the younger generation that's
I think they're fucking suck. They're pieces of shit.
that are stuck on phones.
I think they're fucking pieces of fucking shit.
It's crazy, right?
I hate going out someplace and everyone is just sitting there.
They're like this.
Across from each other on their phone.
Right next to each other.
Yeah, they're right there.
The whole family.
Uh-huh. And me and my girl, like, we don't do, like, if we go somewhere and she starts, but you know what, it could be at their defense now, me sounding like a fucking idiot. When you get to a restaurant, you have to do the barcode thing now.
Yeah.
Look at the menu. Not for a fucking hour.
I know. That's because at first, though, because my phone doesn't download it, and it's for an hour. I'm there like, fuck, why did yours come through? Mine didn't come through, and then so it looks like I'm there on my phone.
I just go to their website.
I don't know.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
I ask for a paper menu.
You ask for a paper menu.
I do. I just ask for a paper menu. I just get for real, dude. And then I write a check.
This old school dude wants this paper menu.
Like, hey, see that old dude over there? He fucking wants a paper menu.
I want my laminated.
Yeah. What's that?
For real, right?
Yeah, they give me just a Luby's menu every time. They're like, here you go. No, but I don't. I hate that. And the kids are like, they have no personality nowadays.
Exactly. Like some kids, young teens come into the shop. I'm tattooing them. I'm trying to have conversations, and they're like
robots, dude.
Exactly.
They're like fucking robots, dude.
And I'm like, whatever, you know.
Dude, you still got young kids. You got to stop them from being robots, Josh.
Yeah, they're good. They talk to people.
Yeah, they need to interact with people is what the thing is, because they
know how to look somebody in the eye and say.
Communication.
I've talked to some, and they're just like, well, the reason that we've come out here today is because, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And then you think like, what kind of people are you hanging out with? Like, they put up with you, like they all weird like you.
Yeah, of course.
And then what kind of girls are liking people like you? Are they like that too?
Yes.
And
Stupid.
it's a breeding.
They're clueless.
They're just all breeding that type of. Like I saw that there was a movie I saw the other day with Colin Farrell.
Mm-hmm.
It was called. It's some animal name, like armadillo,
Yeah.
something like that. And they're like, it's like a whole bunch of autistic people. They have they're not supposed to have any kind of emotion. Even when they have like sex, it wasn't like regular sex.
Yeah.
They have to first, they come out, they only have so many days to find a mate. And if they don't find a mate, supposedly they're going to they pick what animal they're going to be turned into. And then they're turned into this other animal. And
What the fuck?
and that's how they live off the rest of their days. And so when they're out there and they find them, and they're just like all stale, like the people, hi, how are you? Do you like fish too?
Yeah.
And they're just weird like that, you know.
Yeah.
And then they show they even show them how to have sex. That the guy would go and they're in like a hotel room, and he lays down with his clothes on.
He's like, let me fuck her real quick. I'm gonna show you how to do this.
And he goes and he fucking lays down and pulls his pants down, so he's just got his boxers on, and she has a long dress and would pick up her skirt, so she still has her panties on, and then she would just sit on him and gyrate, like rubbing her butt on his pecker through his boxers, and she's got her underwear on until he would come in his pants, and then that would be sex for them.
Ah,
And that
the
was
way the good Lord intended.
yes, the way it was meant to be, natural sex.
That sounds very nice.
It sounds awesome.
From Bitcoin to this.
Yeah.
Great.
But I was just like,
Hey, well,
wow,
there's good things too, because
he bought that. He paid for that sex with Bitcoin. That's what you didn't get.
yeah, kids are all on their phone and everything like that. But you know what? They're a lot less racist, and they're not
A lot less
racist than old generations.
Well, yeah,
They're
true.
still racist, but just a lot
Because-
less racist.
I don't know.
So there's a good thing right there.
'Cause people get exposed for the racism now
More-
on social
exactly.
media.
Exactly. You can't even say anything.
Yeah.
Because you know, all of our grandparents said racist ass shit.
They
Yes.
talk some mad,
All of our
mad
grandparents,
shit.
yeah, said some racist ass shit. You know, that even they didn't even think twice about it. It was just part of their vocabulary.
Oh,
Yep.
for sure. My grandpa was so fucking funny, crazy.
Yeah, and they said shit about everyone. Mexicans too, though. But it's shit they couldn't say now. Like it's shit you couldn't
No.
say now. You'd be fired from your job. No one would want to talk to you. The neighbors would be fucking spray painting on your house and shit. It's gotten out of control. I don't like it personally. I am not the
Sensitive generation.
the big social media dude. I think it's too many fucking accessories we're carrying around now.
Yo.
I actually kind of feel sorry for the way people have to meet nowadays, because you got to go out with a fucking mask on to try to meet someone. And then if you do meet someone, are you gonna what do you have to go through to get in a relationship with this person now?
You first sign the consent form.
Well, yeah,
Once
we're-
the
yeah.
consent form is signed,
Yeah.
it's just like that. You lay down. He has his boxers on.
Yeah,
She gets on top with
that's
her
exactly
underwear.
what it seems like, because you got to worry about Rona, STDs, political bullshit now. Everything is out there. And then the mask on, you're like, what does she look like with that mask?
She's busted.
Or is she all, just
Just leave your face on.
superficial? Yeah,
leave the mask on.
There's a lot of fucking variables.
Catfish.
Cat
Fish.
fucking
It's
fish.
less about STDs. For the first time in years, rates of chlamydia, gonorrhea, and syphilis have gone down in
The highest
2020.
record.
Fuck
You
yeah,
know why?
dude.
Because people are wearing masks. That's why it went down.
They went down.
Yeah, the number of people with all
we're
that.
on lockdown. Ain't no one getting
Yeah,
out there.
they're being a little more picky.
Yeah, I know. I would imagine. I mean, and it's hard to probably go out and meet someone, dude. I wouldn't want to be in the fucking dating game out there in this fucking mess right now, dude. Look at that bullshit. You're single. You're out there. Huh? Are you single?
Yeah, I'm single.
You're single, and how is it out there for a young
I don't-
brother out there?
I don't go out there chasing.
Like, do
girls.
you go to clubs?
I hang out sometimes.
Like clubs? What clubs are jumping now? Like
There's A Lounge. There's
Which one?
V
Lounge?
A Lounge, V
A-
Lounge.
V Lounge. That's the one at on Evers, right in 410.
No,
That was Ice Lounge. What was that
That's
called?
Ice Lounge.
Is it still Ice Lounge?
I don't even.
I know they shot people there. Shout out to Ice Lounge. But
For
He was.
people?
Didn't he have the yellow Ferrari or some shit? I don't know.
yeah, there was one parked out there.
I heard it was a body kit.
And then what's the other lounge on Fredericksburg and Callahan? There's another one there.
The right around the corner.
Yeah, right there.
I don't know the name. Isn't there a restaurant right there? There's like
Yeah.
a Japanese restaurant.
There's a rest. You can't say Japanese on this podcast.
All right, well, fucking Japanese.
Yeah, well, right in that area. There's, and I mean, so you go out to the club, and the clubs still look like they're just like there's not a pandemic, right?
Yeah, well, depends on which club you go. Some don't give a fuck. But
They
some
don't,
are like
right?
the high maintenance ones. They'll fucking come up to you. Hey, put your mask on.
But by the end of the
or they'll
night,
kick you out.
it's probably got a little bit looser. Everyone all
No,
buzzed.
not the ones I've been to. No, they're very fucking.
But I don't think I even want to be there. What about
And
bars?
they
Do you
can
go-
trick you. I mean, the way the mask is on, they got really pretty eyes.
right with the lights and the dim. Another bar that's really out there right now, Smoke Barbecue. Shout out to Adrian.
Oh
Adrian.
yeah.
Super
That's
cool
where
guy.
I threw the
Downtown.
the after. I know I threw the after party for Cedric the Entertainer.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Eddie Griffin went out there too.
Nice. Yeah. That's a badass bar.
They have good food too, and they have a badass bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Smoke Barbecue.
yeah, and the food's good over there. Yeah, right there at Sunset Station.
Yeah. Oh, we're a few blocks from there.
Yeah.
'Cause
Right
it
there.
used to be right there.
Yeah, it used to be at the corner there. That's what we threw that, and they moved it.
Yeah. Have you been downstairs to the bar? It was a bar, like a lounge, and then it was like a little secret bar.
We went through the whole place because like I said, we threw that after party, and he showed us the whole thing before
Yeah.
and did all that whole thing. But I don't.
Super cool. Adrian's super cool.
Is he the one that drives the Corvette?
I don't know what he drives.
Don't lie, dude. But yeah, I mean, it's just got to be weird times going out there, dude, and being in the fucking single life during this fucking pandemic, and chicks are crazy, and everyone's just on their phone, and you know they meet you and go, well, look at him. You need to look like him. You're like, bitch, you don't look like this.
Yeah.
You know, like fuck. Because I know there's this girl that's like, she has all these rules of the guy that she's gonna be with and what he has to be, and I was like, what about his rules? Are you think you're gonna pass his fucking rules? Like, fuck, you know, let's get real with each other here, motherfuckers. But yeah, I'm glad I don't have to mess with that bullshit.
Yeah.
How's it looking, Josh? What we got?
Oh, we're good. We're at 140.
140?
140?
You got anything you want to say?
Shit, there's a lot to talk about, but whatever, we'll cut it short, whatever.
Short. We do about an hour and a half.
An hour and a half?
Yeah.
Another, 30 minutes?
Keep
an hour?
talking.
Shit,
What you got to talk about?
What's up? I want to talk about that Bitcoin, though.
Do you?
Talk about trading and everything. That's what I love. I love all that shit.
So what got you into trading?
Well, I think you got to be versatile in different income streams. So,
Yeah.
So
Yeah. He's been talking all
so
that shit.
right now, what I'm learning is the forex trading, the currency.
Condoms?
I don't know what you be doing, bro. You be fighting people and talking about condoms all day.
They
Put a
took
rubber on, bitch.
the M2 money supply offline. M2 money supplies, you can track how much money that they're printing. In the last year, they printed out 20% of the currency that's ever been printed off.
The most.
The most. Yeah,
So,
it's
and
20% 1 year.
But great. I mean, I don't care. And I know a lot of people start freaking out. There's not enough, whatever, to back that paper money. I don't know. Just give it to me, and I'm gonna go spend it. And it keeps working. I don't know. It hasn't stopped working.
Well, the reason it keeps working is because the dollar is the reserve currency for the entire world.
Yeah.
So
The USD.
Yeah. So as we devalue our money,
What is it? The next one, euro.
yeah,
Euro's
euro.
the strongest.
Yeah, and so as we devalue our money, other countries' money then devalues too. So
well, fuck those other countries.
So you're gonna
I'm just gonna shout out to other countries.
You could be making money though.
so you're gonna start seeing more inflation as far
Yeah,
as
for
your
sure.
groceries, gas. I mean, everything's gonna go
Well, I
up.
thought that was because of Democrats.
Well,
there's like that's what exactly what I was saying. There's more to it.
Yeah, dude. And don't forget those fucking Royals in the UK. I know they're fucking doing something out there, dude. And don't forget those crabs out there on the west side.
Well, people say that
That's Sugars, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Shout out to Sugars.
Shout out to Sugars, fucking, and crabs at Sugars. He said it, dude.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about going earlier.
That was Nacion Botello. Yeah, well, that's because they tagged me. My buddy tagged me that I was over at the strip club with him, and I was like, if I'm already tagged in the strip club,
Damn,
I
didn't
guess
see
I'll
the-
go.
I didn't see the invitation though. Fuck.
I know they forgot to send me.
It's just a show up.
They
Show
just
up.
tagged. Hey, can I grab a beer, or can you get a beer?
Yeah.
You want anything? You want a beer?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. How many bottles of Crown have you drank today?
Today, well, it looks like half.
Half.
Yeah.
That stuff is pretty good though.
Good.
Shout out to Crown.
Crown, caramel, salted. Pretty good.
Do you always buy that one, or you try different ones?
I tried all of them. I think the best one I fuck with the apple, the Crown
The
Royal
apple one,
apple. There's another seasonal one. I don't know. I don't even know the name.
summer sausage.
Oh my! But Rumplemans though. Have you fucked with Rumplemans?
No, I don't like. I don't like the peppermint hitting my stomach.
Dang,
Like,
bruh.
can you take a Ghost shots?
No, I haven't tried that.
What about fireballs? Do you like
Oh
fireballs?
fuck Fireball.
See
bro.
that I don't like them either. I can't. I'll throw up,
Yeah,
dude. And
for sure.
that peppermint. Ooh.
Mm.
And what's the other one that's like that? It's probably Ghost. I know a dude that I went to high school with who died. He killed off a bottle of Ghost by himself, and he died, dude.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
My homie Joseph. Shout out to Joseph. You crazy ass. He put me on the Rumplemans. Bro,
Rumplemans.
That's crazy.
What exactly is that?
I don't know what the fuck it's. It's like the peppermint shit you're saying. It's clear. It's like a vodka or some shit. Clear.
Yeah, I can't.
It's gross, bro. It's like drinking shots of toothpaste.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Nah, fuck that.
It's just why would you drink that shit? Do you drink tequila?
Tequila's good.
Yeah, I drink tequila shots. That's my thing.
There was this one cocktail I tried. I don't know how to say it. Fleur de lis, a Fleur de lis cocktail.
Fleur de lis.
Yeah, some shit like that.
I don't know what that is.
It's like rum, pineapple, and some other crazy shit. It's pretty good.
I think you're making that up.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I just don't know all the whole recipe.
Dude, I was a bartender too.
You should be knowing this.
I know I should. I was a bad bartender.
You should be like, nah, this is what it is.
No, I could make anything and Coke. That was it, dude. Like it was
real quick in and out.
Yeah, they'd be like, "What you got?" I was like, "We got see those bottles? We got that and Coke. That's it, dude." And I'll make it strong. Or that was my thing. I'd be like, "You want it strong?" I'd be like, "Yeah."
Doubles. But actually, a double with Crown is good.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, it's like perfect. Double, triples is amazing.
I bartended at a bar that didn't check the bottles. Like most, they measure the liquor at the end of the night.
Yeah. And
they'll know how many shots exactly. This place didn't do any of that. Yeah, whatever. They just had the bottles out there. It wasn't a big bar, but it was in a restaurant, and it was big enough. It had a lot of stuff, but I would just be like, "You want your drink strong or not?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, make it strong." 2 shots, and there was no one there to tell me different.
Would you ever own a bar?
Yeah, I mean, I would, but I've had friends that have owned them, and
they failed. Or didn't go
well. They just they got tired of it. They could have kept them going.
That's a lot of shit.
I got my friend. This is what my friend told me. He said, "Bro," he said, "First of all, you work till 2, right? Till you close,
and then close,
and then you close, and then you got to clean
up,
and then you got to get there early to restock for the next day. Yeah. So you're up, then you're early. But he goes, then you get your friends that always want to work there. So you get your friends to work the bar, and then they want to hook up. They want to hook up all their fucking friends because now everyone knows that they're bartending or whatever.
All the free shit they want.
So they're running the or whatever they're doing at your bar. It's not their bar. It's your bar. So you deal with that. Then he said, then you get your fucking dumbass friends. Well, he was younger at the time. They were trying to bring minors in.
Damn, that's a quick shutdown.
Yeah, he was like, they're trying to bring in minors, and I'm fucking throwing motherfuckers out, and they're mad at me because I'm got to keep. He was like, it was just a fucking headache, bro. He just said, and then I've got another a friend that I grew up with. She owns Schooners over there on not far from here. Shout out to Schooners, Becky Jaramillo. I've known Becky since elementary school, since kindergarten, dude. We went to kindergarten.
Becky? Becky.
Rebecca. We're Becky since we were kids. She was Becky when we were kids, and I've known her my whole life. But she owns Schooners, and I mean, she loves it. She loves running the bar. Right now, the bar business is having a tough time because of the pandemic. But what's such a good thing is that the Dr. Fauci figured out that if you put a food truck in the parking lot, the virus has to get away. Yeah,
they stay open.
Yeah, dude. I was like,
I just saw that this weekend at the Silver Fox.
Yeah,
there's a fucking taco truck in there.
Oh, and the virus went fuck, and they just
gone.
Gone.
All these people
they go and they test everyone. No virus. Food truck. I'm gonna park one in my driveway at home. Yeah, that keeps it away. Just fucking keep a taco in your pocket. That's why I usually have food with me. Dr. Fauci figured it out, dude.
For real.
Yeah, man. So, how much Bitcoin are you gonna buy Bitcoin?
If to hold on to it, I probably will eventually.
You need to start buying it now because it's just gonna go up.
You could buy fractional shares of Bitcoin.
Well, no, I bought $250 worth when it was like $8,000 4 years ago. And that's the code that I lost. But now it's gone up to 56,000.
That's crazy.
So do the math. What do you think? 200. Well, there was a fee. There was like a $20 fee for buying it at that machine. Oh yeah. So it's about $230 I have. So what do you like? I was doing the math. I'm guessing it's somewhere around 2 to 3,000.
Few racks. Yeah.
Yeah, 2-3 racks. But like, hey, do you play poker?
No, I don't know too much about poker. I wouldn't mind learning though.
Perfect, dude. Bring your money. Bring your money, dude. You can't lose because with every buy-in you get a free poker lesson, bro.
Yeah.
No, there's that poker house right by my house at Rounders Card Club.
I've been wanting to learn though.
Shout out to Rounders. They're having a poker tournament. My buddy was telling me, I usually go tonight. It's $155 to get in. I won third place the other day. I won $1,500. Then I won 300. But he said tomorrow it's their anniversary and they're having
a party or something.
Not a party. They're having a tournament. I think it said it's only $20 to get in, and they're guaranteeing $10,000 for first place.
Is it a bar too, or just like a poker spot?
They have a bar in there. You could drink. They have a bar. People get fucked up, like a full bar.
Yeah.
In there. It's crazy how they do it now. You know what the loophole is to, like, gambling's illegal in Texas, right? You know how they do it?
What's that?
They rent you the seats. So they rented this fucking big venue. I guess they got to get their liquor license.
Yeah.
And that's just like having a club, though. They get their liquor license in there, and they serve food, too. They have a kitchen back there, too. But they have, I don't know, say they have 10 tables, but they have more than that. Say they have 10 tables. And gambling's illegal. So they get a dealer, they hire a dealer, and they charge you, me,
per seat.
him, 10 people at a table, $8 an hour to sit in that seat and play.
An hour.
$8 an hour.
How many
times
hours?
10.
Yeah.
So someone always, as soon as that dude gets up, someone's waiting to get in that seat. That's going off. They're 24/7, dude. They're running 24/7. 24/7, $8 and they're making $80 an hour at 10 tables. So that $800 an hour that they're bringing in 24/7 if those tables are full. If 10 tables are full, just base it on 10 tables. Pretty good little fucking deal going.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's something that could be interesting, but they're popping up all over the place.
Yeah, I noticed.
And they have security out there. They have cops and stuff out there because I was going to poker games. I'm talking 15 years ago. I was going to a lot of house games, and dudes were going in there and robbing them. And so I was just like, man. And they were popping one dude in the fucking shoulder, chest. You shut up, bitch. You know, whoever mouthed off first, they were fucking popping him. And I was like, I don't want to get caught in one of those.
There used to be one in the West Side, but
they
raided that.
Yeah. My cousin was at one that the cops came in and raided it, dude. And what's crazy is anything that's like TVs and shit that are facing the poker game, snacks, they confiscate as part of the legal poker game.
They just take everything? They
just take it. And my cousin was like, man, they came in, all these vice cops. And they said, we've already got all y'all's license plates. If we come back and catch y'all here again, y'all are fucking getting arrested. And one place I know that they did this pretty smart. They would have the poker game, but the girl whose house it was went and got a DBA that she was running a poker dealing class. So when Vice hit him, when Vice hit, they hit their pad. She said, "Oh no, this isn't teaching. This is we're teaching. Everyone's learning. Everyone."
But they saw money there though.
Well, they had chips because you buy chips.
Yeah.
So they had the money put up and they had a box, I think, locked under the table, and that they had the money, and that they were like, "Oh yeah, everyone push all their chips in the middle." Then, if this is just a class, no one's gotten any money invested. Like some people were fucking big stacking it. Everyone push all your money in the middle, and y'all get out.
That's when
I don't want to fail my class.
Yeah, I'll get an F if I do that.
Don't.
Yeah, dude, and so that broke that one up. But then no one got busted though. But that was
that's crazy.
Yeah, there's ways, I'm just saying.
The renting the chair is a good idea though.
Yeah, the renting the chairs, and that's how there's the loophole in Texas, dude. Like bingo is what there's been bingo forever, and people were like, "Why? If there's bingo,
that's a big business."
Fuck yeah, dude. It's weird. Those old ladies that know how to play bingo, they go and win.
Cash out.
Yeah, dude. I've always hear some. I won $800. I'm like, damn.
Oh, fuck, can't even win that on a scratch off.
And those ladies are ruthless, bro. They sit there with those markers.
Fast. And I seen them with like fucking
20 markers, and then my marker ran out, and I said, "Hey, can I borrow a marker?" Fuck no. You. They were like, I was like, "Oh, it's like that."
And then with the what are the little papers? Just
stack I had to beat up this old lady in the parking lot at Kickapoo.
And they have the monitors too.
Did she pick a fight with you?
She was talking.
You beating up old ladies too,
bro? She asked for it, dude. She hit me with the marker. Oh shit! Like that, dude. There she is, dude. She died. She tried to get me, dude.
There you go.
The ghost of that old goat. Yeah, she fucking.
That old goat.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wrap it up, man. We're gonna have to wrap it up. Anything you got coming up, man?
I'm probably gonna do another community giveaway.
What does that
mean?
mean?
Like a food drive or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just to give back to your community there. What
Yeah.
do you do? You barbecue out there in the parking lot?
Yeah, barbecue and then just give out free plates. The last one we had was a few months back during the Corona. I think we gave out like 200, 150, 150 plates.
You know the Corona's still going on though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's out there still.
Yeah, it's out there. They just it's out there.
That created.
Well, let me know, man. So, what are you gonna take donations to get the food to cook and all that stuff?
Donations?
Like, what are you gonna cook chicken? You're gonna get hopefully people donate money or buy the chicken. Yeah. Yeah, let me know, dude. I'll help out.
Yeah, that'd be badass.
Yeah, I'll help out, man. Maybe
and I'm thinking of throwing like maybe another event, like either a block party or teaming up with another person and doing like a something back to the community. I love giving back to the community. Just everyone coming together is what I love.
That's cool, man. Yeah, that. I try to throw a little gatherings at my shows or at my house, but because of the pandemic, it's still going on.
That's the thing too.
And I was trying to have things where all the tattoo artists would come together because I've noticed one thing that y'all don't.
No one knows
each other. I always thought y'all did, and y'all hate each other. So, but then
that's them,
until I have a gathering, and then they're like, bro, I met so and so, and I never knew it was cool, and I get that a lot. So you just need something.
You should do that more often.
Yeah, we just need something to bring y'all knuckleheads together, man. I'm trying to, but
I'll be down to pull up.
Well, man, let me know, man. Keep me posted. I love having you on here, bro. It's been badass, Nation. You're doing fucking good things, dude. That's why I'm glad you came out here. It's crazy the shit you went through, and that you're keeping your head up. If someone wants to talk to Nation, and go out there, not really tattoo you, man, he'll sit and kick it with you for a minute too.
Yeah, I'm down to chill with anybody, talk business with anybody. If anyone needs any help, whatever they're going financially troubles or need anything with business related or help, just a friend there just to hear you out.
And where are you located?
At 1917 Castro Road, off the clock tattoo in the west side.
Unless you throw, don't stop. Other
bro,
than that,
you get rolled up. I ain't playing.
All right, man. Well, thanks for coming out, bro. Peace.
Thanks.